Hello guys and gals, this is Willow Plays What Ifs here, and I'm back at it again with this amazing series, What If Deku was a pirate. And here we go. Zeke and Phantom was being introduced to the crew of Bard's ship. He was introducing them to everybody, and I'm gonna say, Phantom sees someone in the crow's nest on the ship. She sees someone just sitting there. As she points him out, as she asks her uncle, what is that boy just doing up there in the crow's nest? As Bart just says, as he chuckles, as he says, he's probably didn't realize that I'm introducing anyone new to the ship. He's not right in the head. He's pretty dumb, to be honest. If I have to say it quite plainly, he's pretty dumb. As he shouts up to the crow's nest, as he says, "You idiot, get down here!" As he says that, as the boy jumps, as he looks down, as he sees Bar shouting at him, as he quickly gets down from the crow's nest. As he gets down and he looks at his adopted father, pretty much. This Bar adopted this boy because this boy was in a bad spot. Let's say, yeah, he was in a very bad spot. Quite a few years ago, whenever he was a kid, or he's still a kid, but whenever he was little, he was in a very bad spot, and Bart took him in. So he is very grateful for Bart, and he will lay down his life for him. Though Bart would not want that, to be honest. He doesn't want this boy to lay down his life for him. He wants this boy to have a good life. Even though he's stupid, he loves his kid very much. As he says, "Okay, boy, this is my what would you call her? Fuck." As I'm gonna say, he says, "This is my nephew. She's my nephew." As you know the girl version of nephew. I can't think of the name right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, this is my nephew right now. My niece, yeah, my niece. This is my niece right here that I've talked about so much. As the boy straightens up very fast, as he quickly brings out his hand for a handshake, as he says, "Pleasure to meet you. My name is..." Let me think on a name for this boy, and I'm gonna show you his picture right now, guys. Phantom sees this boy right here. As even though he's pretty dumb, she thinks even though my uncle says he's pretty dumb, he looks pretty hot, as she thinks that. As I'm gonna say, she accidentally, without realizing, she says this. As I would say, this boy gets very defensive, as he says, "I'm not dumb." As he looks at her, as he says, "I'm not dumb," as he's getting very defensive, and he's showing this now. As she laughs, as he says, "My bad, I didn't mean to say that." As this boy says, "That's even more mean. You didn't even realize you were saying that to my face." As she just laughs, saying, "I'm sorry." As she brings her hand out and she says, "My name is Phantom Sapphire." As she has a hand on her chest and she has her other hand out. As the boy does the same. As they shake. As she says, "Pleasure to meet you." As she asks what's his name, and he says what his name is. I honestly don't know what this boy's name is yet. If y'all cannot tell, I hope y'all know who this boy's reincarnation is. But I'm not gonna say his name is the same as his previous incarnation. The HMA world, because that would be very sloppy of me to say he has the same name as his previous world. He's a whole new person, but at the same time he has some. Whenever I need to stop the story real quick. If I haven't said it so already, I'm going to say it right now. Most of the characters that I'm bringing from MHA are going to be totally different people, though they're going to have similarities like they did in the MHA world. So I hope you'll catch on very quickly who this boy is reincarnated from. I hope you'll find out very quickly, or if not already. Let me think what his name should be though, guys. As he says, "My name is Damien Sapphire." As he took the name from his adopted father, gave him that name. So yeah, as he shakes her Phantom's hand and he says, "My name is Damien Sapphire, at your service." As they're shaking hands, as he kisses the palm of her hand. As she doesn't mind that. She doesn't mind it too much. She doesn't blush or anything. She just nods with a smirk. As she says, "Okay. So would that mean that we're cousins?" As I'm gonna say Damien says, "Sure, why not? Cousin." As they both nod at each other, as he steps right by Bart. As I'm gonna say Phantom. Yeah, Phantom thinks we're gonna get along very well, me and Damien. As she has a smirk on her face. As Bart says, "Okay, now that we're done with the introductions. Let's get to work. Y'all two." As he points to Zeke and Phantom. As he says, "Y'all two are going to you're in the bottom of the food chain in this ship right now. Y'all are gonna clean our decks and in the inside of our cabin. You're gonna clean every single little place in the ship." As they both nod. The first week y'all are gonna clean. In the next week, y'all are gonna learn how to use weapons. How to use militarized weapons, or you already know how to use swords from your father. Your father is a real swordsman. He really likes a sword or any bladed weapons, in fact. But he's more known for his sword play. As she nods, as he said, "Your father will taught you how to use swords. I'm going to teach you how to use weapons, how to use guns." as she nods with Zeke. Yeah. Hmm. Let me think real quick, guys. As we're getting back to the picture of Phantom. Sorry, the names from all my series are gonna really screw with me. I just started to get used to the names from my other series, so yeah, this is all gonna fuck with me. So yeah, but yeah, let's get on with the story. As they're training right now, they're training with Zeke and Phantom are training with Phantom's uncle as in his crew right now. As his crew knows how to use weapons and swords. As he made his crew learn that very quickly. If they want to be part of his crew, they need to learn how to wield a sword and shoot a gun to protect themselves in case of invaders. He wants his crew to be safe. As he sees his crew as a family. So yeah. As most captains would see most of their men as disposable, Sapphire or Bar Sapphire doesn't see that. He sees his members, his crew members as his family, and that will never change. So yeah. I'm gonna skip till when the training's done, and that's gonna be a year later after their training's done, after they've learned pretty much everything they could from her uncle and his mates, his crew. As every week they learn something new. First they learn how to clean the boat. Then they learn how to cook and assist the cook. And they learn how to maintain the beds and the rooms in the ship. Then they learned how to maintain the cannons in the ship. Maintain the cannons, and they learn how to use the cannons as well. Well, at the same time, they're learning how to use weapons. I don't know that. And I'm gonna say Bart's first mate took in Zeke and taught him everything he should know to be a first mate, the second hand of the captain. And they both learned how to look at what's it called, fucking maps. They were taught directions and how to read a map correctly, as the quartermaster would. And the last thing that they learned is to sight, to watch in the cock, what's it called? I said earlier. The crow's nest. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, the crow's nest. As they were taught by Damien how to just watch and oversee in the distance. He always spends his time in the cockpit. That's where he spends most of his day in. As he was taught to, that is his position. Though whenever he's done, at night someone's going to take his place. As during the whole time while Zeke was being taught by the first mate, Phantom was being taught by Bart how to be a captain, how to look over and oversee her and order her crew. As she was taught by him during doing all this. As she was being taught how to be a captain by him. As she learned pretty quickly. She's a quick learner. As I'm going to say, Bart was very impressed by the time that she learned all of this. She learned at an exceptionally very fast pace. She was really good. She was a total prodigy in this. He just couldn't believe his eyes, to be honest. Now let's skip to when they get on their first voyage. They are transporting something very valuable to another kingdom. As they are doing that, they're on their first voyage. As she is very excited. Her and Zeke is very excited for the very first voyage. As it happens, they're on their journey to go to the other kingdom to transport the goods. As I'm going to say a few days pass. As I'm going to say they're on their halfway mark to the other kingdom. As they have been through a storm, just one storm, I'm going to say on the second day. But beyond that is some smooth sailing, pretty much. As during this day, Phantom is being taught by her uncle still how to be a captain, because there's so many aspects of it. He needs to teach her everything he has learned up until this point throughout his life, how to be a captain. And he's teaching her that. And she's learning very well. And right now he's teaching her how to he's training with her on swordplay and gunplay. Sorry about that. I had to drink some real quick. But yeah, as they are training, they're doing very hardcore training. As I'm gonna say, Bart can hardly keep up with Sapphire, or not Sapphire, freaking Phantom, as she is a prodigy at not only freaking learning on being a captain, but she is a prodigy at sword fighting, and not just sword fighting, gunplay. She is exceptionally good at fighting in general. She is a prodigy in all aspects that he would see her as a captain would be in, as he doesn't know what to think. He's never seen someone so fit to become a captain in his life. Someone so exceptionally skilled in all aspects a captain should be in. As he doesn't know what to say. But on the other hand, I'm gonna say Zeke is not as much as a prodigy as Phantom is at being a first mate. As he's a little bit he's very excited, and he really likes learning how to help Phantom in all aspects. Though he's very slow, he's slower in learning all that. Though he is still exceptionally well, but just not as well as Phantom over here, being a damn prodigy in all aspects. So yeah, right now, Bart and Phantom is swinging their swords. They are circling each other, doing a lot of freaking sword moves. As I'm gonna say Bart swings his sword toward her face as he dodges that without without hesitation, as she swings her sword on the side of Bart, as they're doing this back and forth, as no one's landing a hit on the other. And I just want to say that they're using wooden swords right now. They're using test swords or training swords. You know what I mean. As they're swinging back and forth, they're not letting a hit on each other. As there is quite a crowd watching this. A lot of the crewmates are just watching this, and they're just in shock and in wow. As not no one has ever kept up with Bart in training before. Well, they shouldn't be surprised, because she is a Sapphire. She is his niece after all. So she probably got that aspect from him, as they're thinking this. But they are not wrong. But at the same time, she has she's has a little. She has her father and Bart and her mother all mixed up into her. As she is a force to be reckoned with, to be honest. She is a fucking force. As she is just keeping up with him, almost beating him at the moment. As he pulls a dirty trick on her, as he sweeps his leg, as he tripped her, as he has his sword out to her neck, as he says, "I won." As she gets herself up with her elbows, as she says, "That was dirty." As he says, "It's not all about honor in the seas. You should know. Haven't you been learning this from me?" As she sighs, saying, "Yes, uncle." As he brings his hand out for her to grip and get up from. As she grabs his hand, as he pulls her up. As he says, "Again." As I'm gonna say some more time passes, and it is about night, I'm gonna say. and it is smooth sailing still. There's no storms. It is clear skies. It's a beautiful night right now. As Damien is just in the crow's nest, just being bored out of his mind. As he's just knitting right now. He's knitting a piece of clothing. I'm gonna say a scarf, because that's the easiest thing that he can think of, because he's so bored. He's starting to knit at the same time while just keeping watch. As he sees something in the distance, and he picks out a telescope as he's looking, and he sees this is another ship, but one of the sails is a red flag. As he quickly gets up, and he says, "Red flag, red." As he brings out a bell as he's ringing it, waking a lot of people up that's close by. As they get up, and he's yelling, "Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag," as he's repeatedly saying this and shouting this, as everyone gets up quickly, and they are ready to freaking some of the mates are waking each other up, as they're all waking each other up, as I'm gonna say Phantom jolts up as she sees everyone in a panic. No one's in a panic. No, they're all in a calm manner. They have been through so many of these before, so they're not panicking at all. As she asks, "What's up? What's going on?" As they say, "A red flag." As she asks, "A pirate ship?" As they nod. As she just nods, and she's getting ready. She's bringing her sword out on her hip, and she has a gun. I'm gonna say 2 guns that she put in a holster under her jacket. As she is getting ready. As she's ready for a fight to break out. As she knows what a red flag means. I'm gonna pause the story real quick. If y'all don't know what a red flag means, it means that ship is back in the days of pirates and all that. A red flag would mean a few things, but the main it has a lot of meanings pretty much. But the main thing that people would know about red flags is get the hell away from a red flag, and whoever's on that ship will come after you if you see a red flag. That's what it means pretty much, as that ship leaves no survivors. They are out for blood. That's the type of ship a red flag is. A ship with a red flag is. They are out for blood. And they will scavenge anything that they find. Pretty much a pirate ship. But more violent than normal pirates are. As they will see, if they find any ship, they will destroy it. They are wanting violence. They are wanting a battle. So yeah, that's the type of ship a red flag has and what a red flag means. So yeah, let's go back to the story. As everyone is getting the positions, most of the men are some of the men are getting in the cannons, getting the cannons ready. as I'm gonna say the person that's how would I say, could you really drive a boat? Like really? You know, the one that drives the boat pretty much. He's positioning the boat to bring the cannons in the position where they can shoot the boat. That's their opponent right now. As they're positioning their boat, in order to do that, as the cannons start firing. As shots are firing, as the boats are getting closer to each other, as everyone is anticipating a fight, as they can feel it in their bones, as Bart is yelling at everyone. He's saying, "Men, are y'all ready? Men and women, are y'all ready? We are in for a fight. Leave no survivors," as he says with a wicked grin, as everyone else has the same wicked grin, as Phantom is very excited as she's jumping up and down, very excitedly, as she can hold her excitement, as she's wanting this. She wants something like this to happen, even though she didn't want it to happen this fast. But she's very excited, nonetheless. She didn't think something would happen on her first journey like this. As the cannons are firing, as it's shooting down, it's freaking shooting holes in the other ship, as the other ship wasn't ready, as they are getting closer to their ship, and they start to board. They start to try to board the Black Sapphire, as Bart freaking yells, "Ready, men, go!" As everyone is starting to board the other ship, as freaking swords are flailing around, and freaking shots are firing, as everyone is in their own freaking fight, as chaos is erupting pretty much. Chaos is happening, pure chaos. Freaking, that's all Phantom dis- can distinguish. Is this is pure chaos. As she has a wicked smile on her face, she thinks this is gonna be fun. As she laughs, as she puts her sword out, as she's cutting down some of the pirates, as she is cutting them down one by one. Whoever tries to get in her way or gets in front of her is getting chopped down by her sword. As she pulls out her gun from in the other hand, as she shoots someone that was about to come up behind her, as she says, "This is fun." As she has a very fulfilled smile right now, as she's in battle right now, as she sees her best friend Zeke in a battle for his life right now, as he cuts one of the pirates' heads off. One of his head. He cut the guy that he was fighting against head off. As the pirate's head just plops on the floor, the wooden flooring of the boat that they're on now. As his body just follows suit with the head as he pops on the ground. As he has a really wide smile as well, as he's having fun right now. As he looks at Phantom, as they both have a recognition, as they both look at each other's faces, as they nod and they have a big smile on their face as they're continuing their bloodshed. They're continuing the bloodshed of the other pirates. As right now, I'm gonna say Bart is in a fight with the other captain right now, as he's in a sword fight with him, as he has a wide smile, as he says, as he looks around while he's fighting um the captain, as he thinks not many of their men are left. Most my crew pretty much took the other crew down pretty fast. As he says, "You don't have much men left, do you, Mr. Captain, Pirate Captain?" As the pirate captain is getting very angry right now. As I'm gonna say, Bart is very on board right now, as he just stops fighting him, and he just stabs his sword through the captain's chest. He was just playing with the captain, seeing what he had, what type of person he was. You can tell that by a fight very easily. As he was getting bored, he could tell that this pirate was pretty new. This pirate crew was real new. They didn't really know what they were doing. They just wanted. They were very new. That's all he could really tell. They started this very recently. As the ship is the ship that they're on right now, the other pirates ship, the other ship that they're on right now is starting to flood. As they scavenge everything that they could from this pirate ship. No, he Bart tells everyone from his crew to scavenge everything before the ship falls in the water or sinks. As they do that, very organized. They're doing it very organized without panicking or anything. As their ship was pretty much intact, the other ship didn't know what they were up against. To be honest, they didn't even leave a hit on the Black Sapphire. As if you don't know from the other episode of the series, I named the ship the Black Sapphire, and that is the ship that that Phantom is going to have throughout this whole series. This is going to be that one ship that she's going to have this whole fucking series. This is going to be her baby. So yeah, as they get back bring all the items that they scavenged from the other ship and they plundered from the other ship, as they got back to their ship, and they're back to sailing where they were going to go. As I'm gonna say, they scavenged a lot of good things, good supplies, which they could easily sell to make a good profit. As I'm gonna say Bart says to the whole crew, if there's anything that you want from the supplies that we took, take it. If there's not going to take anything, we're going to sell these supplies for some good profit. We're going to even the money out to everyone, as they all nod. As that we'll spread it evenly, as Bart says, with a grin, with a very happy grin. As they all nod, as they're very happy. Not only did they not take damage from the other ship, they did it pretty flawlessly. as they were ready for this attack. As I'm going to say, as a few more days pass and they get to their dropping point, as they unload the goods to the other kingdom, and they get back to they load some goods that's from the other kingdom and going back to their kingdom that they're going to, as they're loading things on to the boat, as they sold the items, as well as they sold the items that they plundered from the pirates. Give me a second, guys. From the pirates in the other kingdom, so they got a good sum of money from the items that they plundered. So yeah. As I'm gonna say, time passes. A few years pass. Yeah, a few years pass. I'm gonna say 4 or 5 years pass. And this goes they have a good time in this with their mates, with their crew. Except Ventum and Zeke is having a good time. And they're pretty much living the sailor life right now. They're having fun with the crew. They're drinking right now. They're eating a good meal. As she's just chomping down on a bone leg or a meat leg right now. As she's chewing the big old meat leg that she has right now. As she puts on her plate while picking up a piece of bread and eating a piece of that. As she's everyone's eating in the living area of the ship. As they're all having a good time. As they're all telling jokes, they're all freaking they're having the time of their lives pretty much, yeah. As it is raining right now, it's raining and storming. That's why they're inside the ship. It is storming right now, it's thundering, it's lightning. It is pouring down rain. The waves are pretty much pretty big. There are pretty large waves. But nothing that they haven't dealt with before. As Damien's still at the still on the lookout right now, because there has to be someone on the lookout, and this was his time right now. He's on the lookout. As he sees something. He thinks it's just a ship. He doesn't really see he doesn't think that this isn't a he doesn't think that it's a threat because of the storm right now. He thinks that they're just gonna float by and they're just gonna not attack them. Especially in this storm. That would be outrageous. To do this in a storm. But his thoughts were pretty naive, to be honest. He was thinking very naively as the ship was getting closer, as he wasn't getting a good feeling. As he started ringing the bell yet again after the few years that the few years that Zeke and Phantom was on the ship, they have been starting to give orders. They have been starting like they have been starting to act like the captain and the first mate of the ship, which everyone doesn't mind because they are the successors of their captain and the first mate, as they're thinking of retiring this year. As everyone gets out and gets out of the room, as they ask what's up, Damien, as they shout that, as he points at the ship that's getting closer to them, as I'm going to say Bart yells at everyone to get in place, get your weapons ready. We're gonna get in, this is gonna be another fight. We haven't fought in a couple months, haven't we? As Damien asks that, as Bart says, yes, we haven't fought in quite a few months. As everyone's getting ready, as the other ship started shooting the cannons right now. As I'm gonna say, the cannon hits. It hits the ship. I'm gonna say it hits the back of the ship as it kills a few of their mates that's down there getting in their position, as some men were screaming and then they freaking died because the cannon, as the ship started to shake, as everyone was already on unsteady ground, as Bart says shit, as he gets down to the cabin where the cannons are, as he asks his men, are y'all ready? As they say yes, as he says, start firing non-stop, as they start firing their cannons, as he gets back as he gets back on the ship deck, as he says he says to everyone that's fighting, are y'all ready, men? As he points his weapon up, as he shouts, are y'all ready, men? As they say, aye, Captain. As he says, good, we're in for another fight. And these guys look like they know what they're doing. We haven't had that in quite a while. As the other ship is very close to them, and they start bringing their bringing planks down, as they're trying to invade the Black Sapphire, not the Black Pearl, god damn it. Oh, my bad. But yeah, they're trying to invade the Black Sapphire. As they start running into their ship, as another fight breaks out, as chaos is erupting yet again for the umpteenth time. Phantom has seen this. She has seen this plenty of times throughout the 5 years of her being a novice and learning how to be a captain from her uncle. As freaking things are happening and her crew members are freaking dying very slowly. Both sides are dying out, to be honest. There's a lot of people dying from her side, or on Bart's side. He's a captain right now, and the other pirate captain right now. as their ships are very unsteady right now, as this is happening um in the worst time possible. The rain is pouring hard. There's lightning. There's thundering. As she thinks this is pure chaos. This is um, as she's just in the middle of the freaking fight right now. As she doesn't know what to do, but continue slaying. That's all she knows or could think of doing. As she's killing the other sailors on the other ship, as she's slaying them one by one, as she starts to get in a fight with a very powerful foe, as she's getting annoyed right now, as this is taking too much of her time, as she's fighting with this one dude, as they're using their swords. They're just fighting. They're freaking using as they're going at it. As she's getting a few hits in, um a few slices per se, on the other sailor. Well, he gets a few hits on her, as she finally gets a she injures him quite a lot in this hit, as she surprises him with a fury of attacks, as she slices his arm off, while slicing his stomach open, as his guts are falling out, as he's screaming in pain, as he falls over, as she is painting right now, as she is kind of injured right now. Well, on the other hand, Zeke and Damien are back to back right now, as they're fighting, and they're on the net. At least Damien is on the net. No, no, yeah. Zeke and Damien is back to back, as they're using their swords, and they're freaking fighting the other ship sailors. As I'm gonna say, Zeke jumps onto the net while surprising this sailor, and jumps on him and plunging his sword into the sailor's heart, killing him instantly. While the other sailor that watched his friend die got slit on his throat slit by Damien, as he falls to the ground with his hands on his neck, dying slowly. As they're both panting, as that took too long, as they are very heavily injured. Well, on the other hand, Bart is in a very bad position right now. He's very heavily injured, um, and he is very heavily injured, and he's losing the fight over the other captain, as he's thinking, shit, this is taking too much time. I might lose here. As he's thinking, no, this can't happen. This can't happen yet. Not here, not like this. I can't let my niece die in this battle right here without anyone knowing. I don't care for my life. I want my freaking niece to survive. As he's thinking this, as he unleashes a fury that he hasn't had before, as he's unleashing fury that he hasn't had before, that as he's unleashing attacks on the captain, as the captain is surprised by the attack, this attack, this fury of attacks, as he's dodging and waving right now, as he thinks he's wide open, as he plunges his sword into Bard's stomach, as Bard has his eyes wide open as he throws up some blood from his mouth, as he pukes some blood as he falls to the railing of his ship, as I'm gonna say Sapphire sees her uncle gets plunged by a sword, as she thinks no, as she runs up to him, breaking, surprising the other captain, as she plunges the sword to the captain's neck. As no, she doesn't do that. She runs up to I'm gonna say she's on the other side of the ship, as she sees this, as she's running up to her uncle, as she's dodging anyone that's getting in her way, and she's slashing them in half, as she is in pure fury right now. She's cutting them open, and she's using her gun, as she's shooting anyone who's as she's slashing and shooting anyone that's getting in her way, as she's finally close enough, as she sees the captain just standing over her uncle, him about to shoot her uncle in the head, as she just shouts no, as she plunges her sword into the captain's gut, the same way that that he did her uncle, but the difference is her sword is from his back. As she did it from his back, pretty much. She stabbed him from the back. As the captain didn't expect this. As he falls to the ground on his knees, as he pukes some blood, as he looks at the girl that did this in pure fury, as he sees the fury in her eyes is way more than his, as she points the gun point blank on the point blank on the middle of his forehead, as she shoots the pistol, as his brains come out, just burst out of the other side of his head, as he falls to the ground, dead. As she pretty much executed the other captain, as everyone saw this. Everyone from the other on the other captain's side and her side as well, as they're just thinking, damn. Well, at least her side thinks, damn, Phantom is so badass. As her side is thinking this, well, the enemy pirates are thinking, damn, this girl is scary. As she looks at the other sailors, as she says to her men, round them up. As she orders everyone that's alive to round the other enemy pirates up. As they do that, as the enemy forces stop them attacking because their leader is gone. Because they killed their leader, or she killed their leader, they gave up. As most of their men were gone anyways. As during this whole ordeal, the first mate of Bart's ship, his best friend, died. As he's just on as he just laying in near the near the railing, just losing blood, as she's saying, "No, no, you can't die here, Uncle. You can't die here." As he says, "It's okay, my dear niece. As long as everyone else is alright, it's okay that I died here for your sake. As long as I know that y'all are safe while I'm dying, that's all I could hope for." As he lets out a weak smile, as I'm going to say everyone is crying, because this is some see Bart as their best friend or a good friend, while others see him as family, while others see him as a leader. Well, some of them do see him as family, as he is their family, like Damien and Phantom. They're crying. They feel the most impacted by his death. As he just he looks at Phantom and Damien, as it just smiles at seeing them alive, as he thinks, as long as they're alive, it's all good. As he just his head slumps down as he dies, as everyone is crying, because they are so impacted by his death and they don't know what to do now. They're all lost. As right now, on the other side of the ship, or the other ship, is the men tied down. As I'm gonna say Damien and a Phantom look at them in anger and pure fury, as her and Damien nod to each other as they slowly get up and they walk toward them. As I'm gonna say, she gives no, Damien already has a pistol. She slits the neck of one of them that is already tied down, as his head just bonks on the wooden floor, and his body just slumps down, just plop on the wooden tile. As I'm going to say, Damien shoots the other one next to him point blank, as they are slowly executing everyone in their pure fury, as they're not leaving even one alive. Their father figure is dead because of them, as no one from their side is saying no to this or thinking that this is too savage or anything, as they are totally agreeing with Sapphire's and Damien's thought process, as they think he is their family. As I would do the exact same thing as them, as they think that, as they are so mad that these guys would do this in the middle of a storm, and they actually had the balls to kill their captain. Let me see. What's that time? Okay. As everyone by now is executed by Damien and Phantom, as they look at everyone else, as they tell as Phantom tells everyone, pick up any of our men that is dead. We're gonna have a funeral for them. As they all nod. As they all pick up the dead bodies from their side, and any of the dead bodies that they see from the other enemy ship, they throw to the ship. They throw to the other ship. As they do this process, as by now all the enemy bodies are on the enemy ship. As she says, sink it. As they get their ship gets a little further away from the enemy ship, as they freaking start shooting the other ship down with the cannons, as the ship is slowly sinking. As they see the ship sinking, and the tides finally sinking the ship, as they all have a satisfied smile on their face now, as they are heading toward their kingdom right now. They're gonna bury their comrades bodies in their kingdom, which they deserve to be buried. As right now, everyone in the ship looks to Phantom right now. They all look at Phantom, and they all kneel while looking down, saying, "What is your orders, Captain?" With no, they don't ask that. I'm gonna say, Zeke asks, "What is your orders, Captain?" As she says, "We're heading to our kingdom, our homeland. We're heading home. We're burying our dead comrades' bodies." As they all nod, and they're on their way to go back to the kingdom, and she sighs as she goes to the desk of her dead uncle's desk. As she sighs, as she thinks, "I don't want to tell Dad about Uncle's death. I really don't." But as the captain now, I have to tell everyone's families that our comrade died, or their family member died. As she sighs, as she says, "Okay, I'm ready." As they're on their way to their kingdom. I still don't know the name to their kingdom, to be honest. So yeah. And can y'all tell me on the comment section? That's the end of the episode right now, guys. That's the end of the episode. I hope you liked this episode. Though I might have mumbled too much. I hope you liked it. Let me think, guys. Let me think. Yeah. Hope y'all like this episode. Can you tell me in the comment section, who do you think Zeke's reincarnated from in the MHA world? Who was he reincarnated from? And I'm just gonna say, to make it easier for y'all, it is from Class 1A. It is someone from Class 1A. So yeah, please tell me in the comment section who you think Damien is reincarnated from. Who is his reincarnation? So yeah, from his past life. So yeah, hope you like this episode. Hope you like, subscribe, and tell me how you feel in the comment section. Peace out.